Alright, it's loft time. We've got the boys out, girls are on the nest, and I'm gonna take I just put hay in there for her. She got very defensive as I approached because she's like, these are my new eggs, you can't go near them. So I dumped it here for her. Yes, I know. I'm just putting it in. Just putting it in. I'm not even going for the bowl. It's fine. You are an angry lady about your eggs. We broke open the new food. Look at the lack of corn. There was like a little feed left from the old food, but now it's like just yummy. Just yummy peas and small seeds and some safflower. It's good. It's going to fit under the loft when I finally need to clean. Good hosing. Are you guys switching? Look at them eggies. There they are. Newt's really just letting me stick my hand about him. You guys are really working on kids, huh? All right, you guys some food. I see that you've of course left the stuff you don't like as much, but when they've got kids going, I honestly, I'm not gonna enforce too much. Hey, you should finish your meal. You should, finish your plate before I get to you again, sort of thing. Did I bring my water bottle out? I don't think I did. I'm gonna have to go get that at some point. Wow, you guys really go for that grit, huh? Jeez. Must be for the children. They must be using extra materials, and the kids need minerals too. We've got Taco's gotten up. I can peek in there. I don't think she'd lay another egg. Yeah, while the fake's in there. I'm gonna take that tomorrow to encourage them to start their new cycle, and get a clutch going for the person waiting for a tippler. There's the new ones. I'm going to touch them because I can, because nobody's here. I want to pick them up and fill them. Let's just give them a little light, just a little tiny pressure test. Not enough to damage anything, obviously, but if it was not a good egg in terms of structure, it could become obvious with a little light squeeze. But it does feel good. Hey kiddos, I'm thirsty, so I'm actually I'm gonna run inside for a second and grab the water bottle I plumb forgot. But then I'll be back, and I'm sure you're about to get fed, because everybody's getting a good meal in. And then we'll spend some time. All right, I'm gonna pause. All right, I'm back inside. Only gone for a second. Of course, I never do drink before I film. I drink as soon as I start filming, so you have to hear me drink. You don't know it, but I do it just about, you guys. I'm joking, but seems like it, doesn't it? The ladies have run back to their eggs. I was gone less than a minute. Before I'd even left, Storm was getting up to get back on her eggies. Okay, I'm still thirsty. Whoops. Open. Open. Look at that baby. What are you doing? god, our little brood patch is starting to form. That's what that that hole there is. You know, he'll eventually fill in a little more. But that's the beginnings of where the kids will eventually want to sit their eggs. Hi! Hey! What are you doing? What are you doing? Peep peep! Oh, 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 put my hand right in some wet poop. Kind of forgot. Kind of wasn't thinking about it. Look at this child's. Hi, Plum. Hi, Plum. Hi. Hi, kiddo. So, today for socialization time, I figured we'd do the normal. Going for a little walk? We would do the normal camera time, and then I'll probably hang out with them for maybe another half hour, just off camera, and you know, do my natural thing, and you know, I'll probably put them on my desk, and you know, make sure nobody takes a little walk and takes the wrong step and all that, but of course, you know, just keep an eye on the babies. Where are you going? Where are you going? Huh? What is this little baby doing, huh? But that way they can just they can start to figure out the whole oh, we can just chill with the people while they do their thing, and babies can rest or whatever they want to do, or I'll put the mirror up for them so they can contemplate it a little more. Maybe put a bowl out with some of those yummy safflower seeds in it. Let's see if we want to have little snacks, you know, by ourselves, since we seem to be figuring it out pretty quickly. Storm's really fussing. A lot of fussing going on there. Claude thinks he's so sexy. He's been doing that on and off pretty much since I got up and, you know, saw him from the inside. He really, really enjoys the mirror. It also tends to kind of piss me off after a while. He'll come out of nowhere and he'll be like, "You stop that! Sick of you doing that." And then Newt will sort of contemplate the mirror himself. What are you doing? What are you thinking about? You gonna make it better? You make it better? And Newt will be like, "You can quit it." And then he'll just sort of he'll also look in the mirror, but he mostly like he'll preen in front of the mirror, and then and like look at himself like in between little preens. So I think he's figuring out pretty quickly that that's him there, not some other bird. I think pigeons often figure it out pretty fast. You guys are getting so feathery. Look at all those feathers. It's amazing. Banana is really quite the head poofer. We really like to poof her little head. You want some scritchies? You want some scritchies? Hmm? Hmm? Can I do those scritchies? We really enjoyed our little cheek rubs yesterday. Sort of an awkward angle here. Oh, hi. Oops, I'm sorry. Did I just get your little eyeball? Oh. What? Hard to tell who that is, but it sort of feels like Newt. It's not. Alright. Cloud's That's just, he's the second heaviest bird, I think. Hi, kiddo. Hi, kiddo. Hi, Plum. Look at your little naked neck. Why is it naked? Hmm? Some breeds just seem to sort of have very naked necks for a good portion of their childhood. I think it may have to do with like birds who get frills on their chests. They're more likely to grow in those feathers later. But everyone is just what are you talking about? She's like leaving and then flying back. She's like torn. What's your problem? Are you having some mirror time? Or are you cooing for your wife? We're gonna sit. Whee! Whee! It's a ever so slightly green poop. Just barely. It's mostly brown. I was pleased to learn, I think like last night though, that some birds just do seem to fluctuate a little bit. Are you still in courting mode? She's got, I mean, it was certainly a fast courting session, I'll tell you that. But she's got 2 eggs already, my dude. You can just, you can chill. Not that I don't love watching you do it, because you get so round and lively. You have to keep the romance alive. She's trying to eat, though. Are you a big bird? Because you look enormous right now. Hopefully today I can manage to allocate some time to find a decent ram scale for these guys. What are you doing, ridiculous bird? So a lot of people seem to think that hackles being up is purely a defensive thing. But if you look at the boys displaying when they're feeling themselves, they'll is that just getting a little pushed around and just not as accessible from certain areas? You'll notice that the hackles on the boys do go up when they're displaying. So it's both a defensive thing, mostly if the hackles are like really up, like as far as they can get, you know. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? You guys aren't even really flinging the grit. You just seem to be eating it. What do you keep talking about? What things do you have to say? She seems to not know what she wants to do. I think she's torn between eggs and children. Oh, you're ridiculous. Don't worry, Storm. I'm sure Daddy Newt will take care of your kids. It's nice to see the boys eat without too much conflict. I know it will happen at any time. But you know, they can have these moments of just you know, eating right next to each other and not having problems. You know, because they are at this point, they do consider themselves in the same flock, so they're not going to guard the food from each other like they will from a new bird, which has to, you know, sort of fight for the right to eat. You know, if for instance Newt's feeling a little crowded though, and feels like he doesn't have room to eat the way he wants to, he will assert sort of his right to eat first as a big man. You're ridiculous. He's so impressed with himself. Are you just so impressed with yourself? I kind of wonder if the mirror may give him somewhat of an outlet during courtship time with Taco, because he tends to drive her pretty strongly, more than Newt drives Storm, certainly. I wonder if having this mirror here so he can have some time to just appreciate himself and be impressed with himself will cut back on some of his need to constantly impress his wife, if he could just impress himself. You're so funny. I think it would be very clear if a male did not recognize his reflection and thought it was another bird, because I think he would you know, since there's a lot of displaying, I think it would escalate to like, well, you're not backing down and I'm not backing down, so we have to fight. And I think maybe they would attack the mirror. But he's just showing off. There's no attempts at you know, at getting the mirror, the bird in the mirror. It seems, I think it's just, boy, am I a handsome bird. I'm so handsome. I think that's the entire thing. I mean, pigeons are supposed to pass the mirror test in general, and I think you have to have either a pretty dumb pigeon, or you know, just a pigeon who's never ever seen any this rocks. I don't like that. Who's never ever seen themselves in a mirror before, and how can I make this not do that? And they're just surprised by it. Oh, there works. Okay. Look at that orb. What are you doing? You come up? No. You come up? He's got his own thoughts. But you know, with time, they can usually figure out that they're the ones they are seeing. But some pigeons definitely are like, what is that? And have to adjust, which is why I'm showing the kids themselves in the mirror every day. You know, I'm giving them time to get used to the concept of oh, reflections are just me. You know, that's just me. I noticed Newt is eating the most. I assume it's because he's feeding the kids the most. Soon there will be no corn in here. Ideal. The dream. Look at him. He's back. He's back. You know, Cloud lived with a mirror in his enclosure for 2.5 years, probably. You know, he had plenty of time to figure out that was him. he at first he would go to the mirror and he would look at it, and it was just a shaving mirror, so it was like for camping, so it wasn't very large. It just sort of barely contained his whole image, you know, from the front. And he would stand on his tiptoes to look behind it, and then look around the side of it, and then he'd look back in the mirror again, and then he'd look up behind it again, and he was like, "That's me. That's not another bird. That's gotta be me." And as you can see, he has not forgotten that fact. Suppose Cloud may be needing to eat more too, because he's been feeding Taco, weirdly enough, like on the nest. It's kind of bizarre. I'm sorry, did I scare you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You can take a drink if that's what you're going for. Go ahead. Of course, we are gonna have to do another little dump of the water today, because they are so good at managing to get debris in there. Some of that stuff, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Just like little pieces of dirt. What are you doing? Huh? What are these birds doing? There he goes. Look at himself again. He's so intrigued. You're gonna go fill up your kids, aren't you? So they can have watery, terrible poops for the next 45 minutes. What are you doing? Hmm? Look at that handsome bird. Are you handsome? Are you handsome? Yep, there he goes. It's kid time. Which is just getting grosser and grosser, honestly. Are you gonna feed them, or are you just gonna stand there and put your tail on their heads? I noticed that you look pretty clean right now, so I can't imagine that you've fed them too recently, because you don't have baby face. What are you talking about? Is that where you want your nest next? Nest. Hi, Cloud. He's on my head. We got a little bit of stain on our nose skin. I hate that it's not called a sear in pigeons. I think in other birds it's called a nair, or perhaps even in pigeons, but I've mostly heard it being called a wattle, which I don't like, because I think it's turkeys, you know? What are you saying to your kids? It's funny how much he and Storm talk to them now, considering how little speaking there was to the babes the first week. You think they'd do it right away to let them know it's feeding time. Maybe they just it's just not worth it the first week or something, you know? I mean, I remember the first week he mostly would just he would sit on the kids and wait for them to get fidgety, I think. And at that point he would lean down and just very gently feed them. Not this whole body shaking thing that he does now. Just yanking the kids around. Storm was always a more vigorous feeder than Newt was in the first week. Newt was really gentle with his newborn peeps. He barely moved his head. I was kind of impressed. Are you a good daddy? Look at them, they're standing now. Newt's not quite sure what to do with that, I think. The whole standing thing. They can just come at you now. gonna have to get used to it, because at the rate you guys are going, you're gonna have more than one pair of babies to take care of at once for a little bit. Yeah, let's see, and assuming that these eggs hatch in about 17 days. Guess that makes the kids, they're 18 days now, so, 28 plus another 7. I'm so bad at math. 36? I guess I'll be pretty close to 4 weeks when the second clutch goes. I'm gonna have to do the math outside of the video because I'm so bad at mental math. There's a reason I keep a calendar and 3 different apps to keep track of my my kids and you know, what's going on egg-wise, and you know, every pair has their own color, and you know what, I think I'll put a little screen cap of my my catalog of calendar events in this video about this part, and just show you the absolute number and quantity of the customizable events I've prepared. You know, for example, the Lucerne have an event for I have them marked as L1 because they're my first pair of Lucernes, and I know a second pair of Lucernes will be happening, so there's also an L2 category. So there's L1 egg, L1 kid, L1 kid 2 if baby 2 is like behind in some way. Like for instance, these 2 hatched on the same exact day. So I don't need to make 2 different markers for you know, their age. The only thing that I have kid 2 marked down for on my calendar is the banding, because Plum got banded a day after Banana, because Plum managed to get it off because they were a little bit smaller on the day that I banded. So yeah, hi Cloud. So you know, there's kid 2, and then there's alternate L1, which is like which will be that one. Hi Newt. Which will be that clutch, and I'll mark that clutch with that color in that event, so I can I don't just overlap the oh, Plum's out of the nest. I thought that was Banana. Just by how it's usually Banana out of the nest. I've got hatch day. I've got a potential hatch day. Potential egg. It's a whole bunch. I even have a death marking. You know, in case somebody dies, which honestly I did use for the Tippler egg. So you know, I know to stop keeping track of that particular. What is it? You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Huh? Huh? Are you friendly? Do you like me? Mm-hmm. Are we buds? Friends with benefits, baby? Newt is standing on my head cooing. Yeah, hi. You're a little gentler when it's just one finger, aren't you? A little gentler. What are you peeping about? Is it because you can still see Daddy? Are you picking out? Yeah, you are picking out seed. My understanding is that it's a little early for them to be so interested in self-feeding. And if that's actually the case, and I'm not just making that up, I sort of wonder if it's partially due to the fact that Storm habitually comes in here and feeds off the lost seeds, so to speak. Just got that out of frame. Alright, I'm gonna move. There we go. We both pooped at once. Wow. That's a good little nugget. That's what I want happening when you're inside. Not the watery nonsense. But you're just not kind to me that way, are you? Anyway, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, right, Storm. I think the fact that Storm has, like, really gone in there and just, like, picked seeds out, in front of the kids. I think, they've gotten, like, an example of self-feeding, like, really early. And, so they've got, like, a lot of visual, experience of seeing the self-feeding. And maybe that's helping them get the concept a little quicker. And that's just my guess. Are you gonna have a drink? Yeah, I already have a drink. What are these kiddos doing? Who's making a scratchy noise? Is that you? I'm like looking around for who's doing that. That's Poop. Yeah, I think having a bowl of some seed available for the kiddos. Hi. To try to practice from while we're hanging out will be good for them, because I think they're definitely interested in trying to feed themselves. But aren't you know, we don't really have much of access to seed in our nest box. What is it, huh? What is it, huh? Yeah, hi. What is it, huh? We've got thoughts. We are having thoughts. Are we still hungry? Did Daddy not feed you enough? Let me feel that crop. Let me feel that crop. It could be fuller, I guess, but you've got stuff in there. You're just a little baby. You're just whining. We have always been the peepier chick, I think. I think Banana is quieter. Just like Plum is also you know, more fidgety. You know, we got more wiggles in us than this one does. You know, we walk more because we're just like a little more advanced, but that's, you know, that's not the same as fidgety. Look at how light you are. Your head is coming in white. Okay. Look at Plum's head when Plum lifts it up. See that color? Focus, focus, focus. It's not focusing. We'll do Banana because Banana's right here. See that? See how light that is? Storm isn't even that light. I think Plum is Plum's adult plumage. Oh, guys, is probably gonna end up being similar to Storm's. You know, I think I think right now it's like a little bit darker than Storm's. But I honestly think that that the color here is gonna end up lighter than their mom. It's interesting because you know, most of their color is pretty similar. I mean, if you look at their wing color, it's really not different. You know, they've got the same like background color except for their little their you know, this part right here, and that part right there, and their heads. Yeah, I'm by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it already. I feel like sometimes I just say things over and over again. I'm gonna take that egg tomorrow. Yeah, I think I did say that. Do you want to get back in the bowl and you're just like not good at that? Is that why you're upset? Is that why you're upset? Come here. Come here. I help baby. I help baby. There you go. Just use me as a little step stool. With your wet poopy foot. I think at this point it's cleaning out the nest is pretty much an every other day occurrence. Like I think tomorrow it's gonna be really gross again. Like this is obviously not pretty, but it's not like unbearably filthy either. But you know, they filled it up fast. I mean, look, we are pooping again. We pooped like 5-8 minutes ago, you know? We are little poop machines. Hi! Hi, banana! Hi, banana! Hi, banana! Hi! Maybe we'll try some hand feeding again today. Maybe not finger feeding yet, because I think we might need to get a little better at recognizing seeds and not just grabbing my finger. But I think if the seeds are like in a cup in my hand, it's easier for them to go, oh, there's just a seed lying around. I can eat that, and figure it out that way. And then we'll move to a, you know, once they can reliably recognize what what's in front of their little faces in my hand. I think then we'll move to actual you know, grabbing it with their fingers and and going forward that way. Can I give you little pets? Hmm? Yes, I know. We want food. We're in the nest, we want food. Hmm? This is where Daddy feeds us. So, we can get food at any time. When I'm downstairs in the kitchen, I can tell when it's feeding time, because I can hear them screaming. It's not an easy noise to pick up. Like it's not just like oh, the babies are being fed. It's like, what's that noise in the background? And then you think about it, and it's like, oh. The childs, they are getting fed, because they really scream when Daddy comes in here. What are you doing? You're just pecking your sibling. You guys are adorable. Look at these little poofy heads. Your poofy heads. I would really like to give you little scritchies. Crack my fingers first. Still have not gotten around to trimming my nails. I absolutely have to do that today because I really don't want to just stab a kid in the eye, you know. This weekend, hopefully we'll have socialization time with new people. That's good. Is that good? I'm trying to touch wet poop. Trying to do this and brace the phone with new people and get to meet some people we haven't seen before, and with any luck we'll keep having some people time every weekend, depending on who can come by. We like the ear massage, don't we? Is that good? So you know, they can meet new people and know that the new people are not necessarily scary. I'm not going to like when I go for walks and stuff around the neighborhood and ask my neighbors if perhaps they want to say hi to the kids if I see anybody out. I'm not going to you know, say, hey, do you want to pet the kids? Because, you know, adult pigeons don't let anybody touch them that isn't, you know, their mate, or, you know, they're just really bonded to. I mean, you know, some hens will let everybody in the family that they live with pet them if they don't have like a bird mate. But you know, that's not every bird, and I don't need to teach the kids that every person is going to touch them. What I am going to do is I'm going to bring a seed along with my little walks, and I will be like, hey, do you want to feed the babies? So that way they know that, like, you know, hey, other people can have treats for me. And so maybe they'll be more willing to come up to you know, like people they don't know who are visiting your household, and you know, do like a little interaction, you know, like what's this person, who is this person, what are they, what, have they got anything for me? And you know, hopefully be able to create a bird that's a little, you know, a little less shy about people they don't know. You know, every bird's probably gonna have some level of like, I don't know you, so you know, stay the hell away from me, sort of feelings. But I'm hoping that if I can teach them early on that you know, new people can be cool, you know, and don't necessarily have to be like touching them, and just you know, just have little treats and fun rewards for interacting just a little bit. I think that would be a good thing to teach them. I think it's useless to teach them that anybody can touch them, because that's just gonna go away anyway. You know, I think during the time that I have you know, people over on the weekends, I think that's an okay time to be you know, if you want to try to scratch the birdies and they'll let you, then go ahead. But I'm not gonna offer it to everybody. You know, they should grow up knowing that in general their boundaries will be respected, and and not available. Hi Newt, you want to get in there? Not available for everybody to use as they like. I think that's fair for them, you know? Get them comfortable with the idea of strangers. That's so loud. Quieter now, I guess. No, it's not. Well, I'm just gonna have to talk louder, and I'm going to block out the background noise in my editor, because, this sucks. But yeah, I think that's fair, is to try and teach them that strangers can be cool, but don't necessarily have to be, like, you know, breaking pigeon rules, just by coming in and you know, interacting. They should know that strangers don't have to be scary, but you know, they don't have to be touched by them either. Personal space is so important for pigeons. I think just mental well-being and you know, their relationship with you know, their primary caregiver. So you know, only their trusted, you know, bonded people should be like allowed to touch them. You know, you shouldn't. I think it's the extremely rare pigeon that you're gonna have friends over and the bird's gonna want your friend to touch them. I just don't think that's very likely. I think it's very, very unlikely. But you know, it's better to have a pigeon who's not afraid of your friend and is willing to at least hang out near you during the whole process. And you know, obviously you should tell your friends when you have pigeons, hey, you know, my bird's gonna be there, but you know, don't touch my bird. My bird does not want to be touched. Unless my bird acts very, very clearly like they want to be touched, they do not want to be touched. And obviously, some of the signs of a bird that's not really not interested in being touched is they're being weird. They're being so weird. They're both doing it again. I'm just keeping an eye on it as I'm filming down there, but they're both doing the like throwing up thing, and then like he's actually feeding her, and then she throws up a little bit. See, she's doing it right now. It's weird. That's why I'm taking the egg. But yeah, yeah, it's it's just a matter of like teaching the kids the right things, I think. You know, they're just not parrots. Some parrots, you know, if you hand your parrots tend to really like people, and you know, some of them are obviously going to be more interested in needing to give you permission than others. But pigeons are very different and are platonically touch repulsed for the most part, you know? And I think they've got a hi. Oh, I thought you were gonna land on me. You just left. I think they just need they need their space from people they don't they're not bonded to. I pet the babies so they They know that scritching can be good, and you know, they're not at a stage where their personal space is crucial to them, like the adults. You know, you can touch a kid, and that's usually fine. You know, some babies don't care for it as much, or you've just got to find the right spot. Like obviously these two are they seem to have a little bit of a different preference on where they like to be scritched, which may be due to where they are in feather development, and it may be due to just personal preference. Who knows? We'll find out as we go further. But you know, they should be accustomed to hands that they trust, or at least know well. Being able to reach out and give them little pleasurable experiences, so that once they you know, move to their new home, they're not just like, oh my god, why is this person trying to reach for me? You know, if you try to make hands a less scary thing. I mean, unsocialized pigeons look at hands and they're a scary shape. I mean, they look. I mean, if you're just think about it, if you kind of talon-like, you know, that's sort of a that's a similar shape to you know, a hawk foot coming in and trying to grab them. And you know, a lot of unsocialized pigeons, you know, the only times that hands you know, go for them is when they are being forcibly grabbed in a loft environment. So you know, if you get a bird from just a regular old loft that's not doing personal time with their kids, and you know, showing them, hey, hands are cool. Hands can have treats, and hands can have pets. You know, hands can be good experiences. Then you're just gonna have a bird that's way more adverse to hands, and has to totally learn by themselves that hands can be chill if it's under the right circumstances. Like you know, these guys, they don't want to be grabbed, but they're also not afraid of my hands. They're willing to preen them and come over and give them a little touch. And you know, if they think I'm going to touch them, or I touch them accidentally, and that's against the rules, you know, they give me a little assertive reminder that, hey, I don't want you to touch me. Please don't touch me. And that's allowed. They should totally be allowed to assert their personal space. You know, I'm not gonna be like crazy and punish them for Taco, what the fuck did you just spritz onto my hand? Is that crop milk? Ew. What is that? What is that? Focus. Focus. Focus on the thing on screen. What is that? It might be crop milk, because, you know, they are, swipe that off. They are, sort of supposed to be having a kid right now, and he's feeding her, so I imagine the hormones in him are really going. Boy, they're confused. But yeah, a bird should be allowed to assert its personal boundaries, whenever it wants to. You know, even your bonded bird, if your bird starts to tighten its feathers, or, you know, its neck gets long and skinny, or, it leans away, or it pecks at your hand, in like a more, aggressive, defensive way than just like a male, you know, doing his bitey love, that's a sign that your bird, doesn't want touching right now. And that's, you should listen to that, because, you know, you touch your bird too many times without their, permission, and they're gonna start avoiding you and avoiding your hands. Oh, we're so sleepy. I think now's probably a good time to go inside. I may not even film it, depending on how sleepy we are after the trip in. If we're just snoozing, we may just hang out quietly and spend some time inside while I do people things, and you know, they'll get some exposure to sound and just general human activity. Or have some snacks if they want it. So for now, this is probably the end of Loft time. Of course, I so often come out here and then put the babies back and find something else to film or to update you guys on. But for now, this is I'm gonna say probably it. But you know, I can't predict the future. You know. I'm still pissed at you, by the way, Missy. Catch you trying to lay, and then I wait 20 minutes to see if you do it, and I come back half an hour later and there's a second egg. Rude. Absolutely rude. Poor manners. Very mean. Bratty bird. I'm glad you're on eggs, though. And I'm glad you're happy. Because you certainly look happy. Because we love eggs. Alright, well, if this is it, thank you for watching.